It's Alec's Really Long Videos, where he shows you some Disney Channel media you vaguely remember. Hi there, I'm Alec. And yes, everyone, it is time once again for me to talk about another one of Disney Channel short shows, and somehow milk over 30 minutes of content out of something that averages 2 minutes in length. I've done it before, and by God, I'll do it again. But this time we're talking about the head honcho, the big cheese, the top dog, the Disney Channel short show. Or should I say, the Disney Channel super short show. That's right, everyone. I'm finally talking about
Leo Little's Big Show!
No. 1,000 times no. I'd rather be waterboarded than watch Leo Little's Big Show. He is a false prophet. No. I'm finally talking about Mike's Super Short Show.
It's Mike's Super Short Show, where we show you what's new on Disney DVD and video.
Mike's Super Short Show was an interstitial program that ran on Disney Channel for 5 years from early 2002 to early 2007. It starred actors Mike Johnson and Allison Stoner as a fictional brother and sister duo, Mike and Sally. Yeah, that's right. If you thought Mike and Sally were actual siblings, I hate to break it to you, but you've been living a lie your entire life. The two were also accompanied by their dog, Scooter, and the three of them filmed the show in Mike's bedroom, where they advertised the home releases of Disney movies, ranging from classics like Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella to more modern Disney movies like Chicken Little and Pirates of the Caribbean. I say modern, but this was 20 years ago. None of these movies are modern anymore, except in my mind where it's still 2006 and all I'm doing is just playing Pokemon Emerald on my Game Boy Advance SP and trying to make sure that my Neopets don't starve to death. Each episode had Mike and Sally talking at length about the movie they were featuring and the extra bonus content that came on the DVDs, like games, music videos, and behind-the-scenes featurettes to entice their audience to fork over their allowance to buy these movies, while also doing some type of fun activity that corresponded with the movie, like becoming superheroes when talking about Sky High, taking the show on a camping trip when talking about Brother Bear, or even having guests on to interview them about their movies, like Brenda Song when they talked about Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior. When the show started in 2002, Mike and Sally were just two little kids, with Mike Johnson being about 12 and Allison Stoner being around 9 at the time, to them being full-on teenagers well into puberty by the time the show ended in 2007. The show made over 75 episodes over the span of those 5 years that I could find. There may be a few episodes that are considered lost media at this point, but I did the best that I could to find the episodes that are available, which eventually culminated in a special send-off episode for Mike's Super Short Show and its spiritual successor show, Disney's Really Short Report.
Today, I'm at a farewell party for a show that may have been short, but wasn't short on laughs. Mike's Super Short Show.
During the send-off on Really Short Report, they interviewed Mike and Allison, asking them questions about what their favorite episodes were, the best places they got to go for an episode, and other iconic moments.
What's your most embarrassing moment?
Merman, not the best.
I'm a merman, dreams do come true.
Whoa!
And they deserved that send-off. Mike's Super Short Show went on for 5 long years, which was about as long, if not longer, than a lot of the other shows on Disney Channel at the time. And it became a well-known, fun, and trusted show to the viewers of Disney Channel. Like, you'd watch Mike and Sally talk about how Finding Nemo is finally out on DVD, and it comes with a bunch of fun games. Yeah, I'm gonna go tell my parents to go buy that for me, as well as a hot and ready pizza, and I'll go in the other room and shut up for 2 to 3 hours while they go watch the Yankees game or fucking a new episode of Reba or something. I mean, I know for a fact that I made my mom buy the Kim Possible The Secret Files VHS for me after they talked about it on Mike's Super Short Show. Granted, the way they were talking about it made me think it was an actual Kim Possible movie instead of a collection of a bunch of episodes like it turned out to be, so maybe not as trusted of a source as previously thought. Disney Channel even advertised new and special episodes of Mike's Super Short Show, just like they would any of their other shows at the time. Like, oh, want a sneak peek at Mulan 2? I know you do. So watch Mike's Super Short Show at 7:55, 6:55 Central after a brand new episode of Hannah Montana and before the movie Tarzan on Disney Channel. The show was a staple on the channel that, in my experience, was always a delight when it came on. And whenever I found out it was a new episode after the intro played, you best believe I was sitting my butt down and my eyes were glued to that screen, because I needed to find out what new movie Disney was trying to get me to make my parents buy for me. You say that there's a game on the DVD? Yeah, Mom, get the car ready. We're going to Blockbuster. But that's the thing. I wanted to watch new episodes of this show. Mike and Sally were characters on this show. This show went on for years. I'm starting to think we're watching a show here, you guys. I mean, gosh, the word show is in the title of the damn thing. And a typical show has plot lines, character growth, and an ongoing narrative. So that got me thinking, does Mike's Super Short Show have a plot? Is there a story that we can piece together from these over 75 episodes, even though each episode is only 2 minutes long, and about half of those 2 minutes is them talking about a Disney movie? What information about Mike and Sally was just glossed over because it was a throwaway line in one episode? What is the lore of Mike's Super Short Show? So I watched every single episode of Mike's Super Short Show that I could find, and took extensive notes on each one, and have been able to answer every single question I've had about the show. Like, do Mike and Sally go to school at all? Or do they just make this show? What are their character motivations? What do they really want out of life? And most importantly, where are their parents? So join me as we take a deep dive into the lore of Mike's Super Short Show. And let's start by talking about our two main characters.
Say hello to my big bro.
Hey, everybody!
So first off, we got Mike Francis Short. His last name isn't actually Short. I don't know what it is. I just know his middle name is Francis. But, I mean, I could see it being short. So maybe I'm just going to go ahead and call that fact. At least it's not little. Mike is a young boy who created the show to share his love and knowledge of movies with others, claiming that he's loved movies since he was little. Since you were little? Brother, you're little right now. One could even say that Mike is super short. Okay, everybody, please sit down. I know that one was too good. As the host of the show, he likes to keep things on track and talk to his viewers about what they'll expect to see if they get these movies on video. He knows why they're watching, and he wants to deliver as a good host. He'll even come up with segments for his show to make each episode interesting, but he doesn't particularly like when unexpected things happen that cause him to go off script.
Why are you wearing tights?
Because Mom made me, okay? Just stick with the plan, okay? As I was saying.
Mike is an accomplished interviewer, having interviewed celebrities on his show like Shia LaBeouf, Ming-Na Wen, and Hayden Panettiere, and has been invited to several red carpet events and on-set tours to talk to other stars like Miley Cyrus, Lindsay Lohan, and the Muppets.
Yeah. Now, if we could just get back to me for a second.
Piggy, can you please stop hogging up all the time?
What did you say?
Mike, that is considered a microaggression to the pig community, so you better start learning how to play the ukulele because your apology video will be expected within the next 48 hours. He does, however, get a little nervous sometimes when he has people on his show, like the time Christy Carlson Romano, his celebrity crush, was on, or when Sabrina Bryan from the Cheetah Girls was on, who apparently Sally was friends with, but not Mike, or like the time Sally suggested doing a dance-off against Kyle Massey and Kyra Pratt.
All right. Give me some room. Go back. Go.
Oh my god! Who knew Mike's stunt double could dance so well? Mike is pretty selfish with hosting the show though. Like, he insists that segments on the show be named after himself. He'll argue with Sally or other guests when they try to add something to his show. And he's eager to take opportunities that are given to him, even if they aren't given to Sally as well.
Hey, Sally, how's everything going?
Just great. I just took out the trash, and now I'm doing your laundry.
Sorry I can't be there. Well, I gotta go, okay? Bye.
Wait, hold on, Mike. No. I wish I could go to the premiere.
Some other fun facts about Mike is that he loves animals. He's a yellow belt in karate, which is just the level above beginner. And also that he's just a little stinker. P.U.
What do you think Mike's animal might be?
Well, maybe he's a moose, eh?
He does smell.
Hey!
putting the fake tarantula in my pillow.
Oh, yeah.
Naughty. Whoa, a skunk.
Phew, I wondered what that smell was.
Actually, Mike, he's an unscented skunk.
Mike, you're probably just smelling the socks you forgot to wash.
Now let's move on to Sally, Mike's little sister and trusty sidekick.
Wait, why do I always have to be the sidekick?
Because it's my show.
Sally is a bubbly and smart girl who, more than frequently, becomes the level-headed voice of the show when Mike's plan for an episode inevitably goes off the rails a little bit.
Let me try it out. Hey, I'm stuck.
Anyways, the movie has a bunch of special features.
And while Mike tries to act cool but normally fails, Sally is effortlessly cool and is respected by others that come on the show.
La 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 la.
You're pretty good, Sally.
Thanks for coming.
But Sally is a very good sidekick, even dressing up in various costumes in a lot of the episodes.
Hey, I'm Madam Saliota. What do you seek?
And hamming it up sometimes to make the show as best it can be.
Goofy Mickey Donald Duck start out small with no luck.
Cleaning, garbage, sweeping floors, but dreaming of much more.
We start to see over the course of the show that Sally is really invested in it. Like, she never doesn't want to be in an episode of the show that her brother makes, like one might assume. She's always there, ready and willing to do an episode of the show, even if her annoying brother is the host of it. I might even go so far as to say that Sally takes the show more seriously than Mike does sometimes. So much so that she even tries to take hosting duties from Mike a few times. A little jealous now, are we, Sally? I'm just teasing ya. You'd never try to take away the show from Mike by any means necessary. Some other quick facts about Sally is that she plays soccer, she can understand Herbie the car, because of course she can, and she's also a really good dancer.
And number 3 is me and my dance team. So it's nice the movie. ARMP activity. What is that? You smell a dog? That's me. What?
If you could switch places with anybody, who would it be and why?
That girl right there.
Why?
Because she can dance.
Okay, Jamie Lee Curtis, I think you're confusing our girl Sally for real-life actor and dancing icon Allison Stoner. Classic mistake. Alright, now that we've covered our main characters, we can finally get to the... Oh, that's right. There is another character that gets just as equal billing as Sally and Mike, and that's Scooter. I mean, there's not much to say. Scooter's their dog. They put him in costumes sometimes, and he's normally a good boy, but he's acted up every now and then. That's kind of it. In fact, after the first few handfuls of episodes, I honestly started to notice Scooter less and less. It went from him getting a quick throwaway line and maybe barking in an episode to them just putting him either in the background or pushing him off way into the corner just for a blink and you miss it appearance. In fact, Mike and Sally don't even say Scooter's name out loud in an episode until the Kronk's New Groove episode, which is like more than halfway through the show's run.
And on the floor, we have our judge. He's been eating my vegetables underneath the table for years. It's Scooter! All right.
The only reason we all know his name is because his name is in the intro. Mike and Sally probably don't even acknowledge him as much as we do. It'll be funny too, because since they're covering Disney movies, which as we all know are just chock full of animal characters, Mike and Sally will bring on animal guests onto their episodes, and you'd think since, you know, Scooter's also an animal, they'd have him do a bit with these animals, but they rarely ever do. And sometimes, Scooter isn't even seen at all in those episodes. Like, for an episode they did on Lady and the Tramp, they did a segment called Super Duper Dog Tricks.
Super duper dog tricks. Uh-oh. Super duper dog tricks. Uh-oh. Super duper dog tricks. Uh-oh.
And I was like, oh, surely Scooter's got some tricks to show us. But no. Instead, they bring on a completely different dog named Meatball and show him off. And Scooter is just left to sit on the bed and watch. It's so cruel. But damn if that dog Meatball can jump. I mean, damn. That meat can ball. Then there was one episode where they brought in 2 of the dogs from that movie 8 Below, and Scooter is nowhere to be seen. Like, can he suddenly not be around other dogs? Is he a bad dog or something all of a sudden? Then, in the episode about the shaggy dog, Mike starts to think about how easy a life Scooter has, and begins to imagine what being a dog would be like. So, you'd think Mike would imagine himself as Scooter, but no! Mike instead imagines himself as Shaggy Mike, who is just the same dog from the Shaggy Dog movie. And Scooter is just seen hanging out, being Shaggy Mike's dog still, I guess. Mike doesn't even want to imagine himself as Scooter. He'd rather be a different dog entirely.
Hey, Mike, wake up.
What? I was having the weirdest dream. We were hosting the show and I was a shaggy dog.
Weird.
Wait, what the hell was that? Why did Sally wink? What does she know? What's going on? Well, anyway, I think the first piece of lore that I can confidently confirm is that unfortunately, Scooter might have been a bad dog. And they realized this after the first few episodes and decided to just put him in the corner for future ones. It's okay, Scooter. You're still a good boy in my eyes. That dog is definitely dead by now, isn't he? Okay, now that we have all the main characters out of the way, who else exists in the Mike Super Short Show universe? Mike and Sally aren't just 2 kids being held at gunpoint by Disney to make this show, are they? There has to be some other characters in this show, or at least some other people in their family. So, going off of that, I gotta know, where are Mike and Sally's parents? They say these 2 are brother and sister, so that means that there's gotta be a mother and a father who gave them life, right? Right? Well, to quell everyone's fears right out the gate, Mike and Sally are not orphans. Their parents do in fact exist. And in fact, one of them has even been here the whole time. You see, in the pilot episode of Mike's Super Short Show, and yes, there was in fact a pilot made for the show that only has 2-minute long episodes, they didn't talk about any Disney movie during it. It's more like an intro to the concept of the show.
What's up? It's Mike here, and, well, this is my show. Ever since I was little, I've been crazy about movies. You name it, I know about it.
So, does that mean that Mike has watched Human Centipede? Anyway, during the pilot, we find out that in the Mike Super Short Show canon, their mom is actually the one behind the camera filming the show each episode.
Don't forget to mention Mom. No. My mom runs the show camera and the special lighting effects. Right, Mom? 20 seconds, honey.
And Mike and Sally talk directly to their mom throughout the show. Like, they'll ask her if they're filming, which their mom will respond by nodding the camera yes.
Mom, are we rolling? Oh, Mom, are we on? Mom, are we rolling?
Mike and Sally will also sometimes complain to their mom by looking right at the camera whenever their sibling is doing something that they don't like in an episode.
Wait, you guys told me about this. Mom, this isn't fair.
Mom, she's totally stealing my thunder.
Mom!
So, alright, no worries. Their mom is there. She's just behind the camera. We do, however, never see this woman who played their mom in the pilot ever again on screen. Yeah, sorry, miss. You're no longer going to be needed on this show. We've instead replaced you with this dog that we also won't utilize. But what about their dad? Where's he? What, did he go to the store to buy milk while Mike was watching Human Centipede? Well, for most of the show, the only parent they interact with is their mom. However, during the Brother Bear episode, Mike and Sally do state that they are on a family camping trip, even though, up to this point, we still haven't seen or heard any mention of their dad. However, he does exist. They do in fact have a dad. But, unlike their mom, we never get a proper dad face reveal. Dream could learn a thing or two from him. The first time Mike and Sally's dad is seen in some capacity is in the Tarzan 2 episode, where he comes on and scares Mike while wearing a gorilla costume.
Nice, Dad. Dad. Dad!
He then has a small cameo in the Haunted Mansion episode when he interrupts it because he has to bring the car into the garage while they're filming in there. But most importantly, in the Bambi 2 episode, they dedicate the entire episode to their dad and show a slideshow about how great he is. Even though each picture in the slideshow conveniently doesn't show his face. I mean, even a drawing Mike drew of his dad shows him not having a face.
Yeah, did you draw that with your feet?
Maybe.
Okay, so, phew. Thank God. They do have parents. I was starting to think there for a second that Mike and Sally were made in a lab by Disney and were then put in this bedroom and forced to make this show to sell Disney movies. I mean, come on. If Disney could, they would. I was gonna start looking for coded messages that Mike and Sally left in the background of each episode asking the audience to save them. Okay, so in the Cowbells episode, we see sometimes that Sally is sitting on a chair, but other times she's sitting on the armrest. So if we take her sitting in the chair as dashes and her sitting on the armrest as dots, then what she's trying to tell us in Morse code is... Now, not counting any of the celebrities, professional makeup artists, or animal wranglers that Mike and Sally have interviewed over the years, there aren't a lot of other named side characters on this show. I mean, it makes sense. They only have 1 or 2 minute long episodes, which half of it is just filled with them talking about what fun features is gonna come on the Disney DVD they want you to purchase, so they don't really need a big ensemble to fill the other half of the episode. But still, there's really only about a handful or 2 of other characters on this show, and none of them last more than 3 episodes. I mean, take for example their neighbors, Marcus and I'm going to assume his mother, Mitzi. Look, these are the only 2 characters in the entire show that are said to be Mike and Sally's neighbors, explicitly. So yes, I am going to assume that Marcus is Mitzi's son. And if you've got a problem with that, ask yourself why. Marcus is only in 2 episodes, both of which are about the movie The Three Musketeers, in which he plays one of the 3 Miketeers, even though they could have put Scooter in a costume, and the 3 of them could have been a team. I'm guessing they hired a 3rd kid because the director really wanted them to do this pose with the swords, and knew they couldn't trust Scooter with a sword because, again, he's a bad dog.
So in honor of the movie, we invited over our neighbor Marcus, and together we are the...
3 Miketeers! All for one and one for all, the Miketeers will stand tall!
But we don't even really learn that much about Marcus. He really only has a few lines in both of his episodes, and most of them are him talking about the movie.
Hey Marcus, where are you going?
I thought we were gonna be saving princesses and stuff.
I say we work together and tell them about the movie.
Alright.
I mean, I guess he plays the piano. Good for him. But what are his hopes? His dreams? What is Marcus the Miketeer's political affiliation? Where was he on January 6th? His mom Mitzi does have a bigger role. In her first episode, Mike and Sally are going around their neighborhood trick-or-treating during summertime to promote the release of the Halloween Town movies, and she opens the door when they come to her house.
Well, trick or treat. Oh. I have a penny.
A penny? Are you serious? I get to like a pumpkin and I get a penny. We're rich! We're rich! Whoa!
Hey, with the penny being discontinued, that might actually be worth something someday. Mitzi later hosts a quiz show where Mike and Sally are contestants, and she's dropping juicy lore bits. Like Mike, he rakes her lawn, and also saved her cat Carlos from a tree. And if you've got a problem with her cat being named Carlos, ask yourself why.
She once laughed so hard she made milk come out of her nose. Please welcome Sally.
It was chocolate milk, too.
How does this affect the lore of the show? We are also later introduced to their cousin Scotty in the Chicken Little episode, where he comes up with this whole elaborate ruse to make Mike leave the room so Scotty can take over as host of the show.
What are you doing? We're right in the middle of the show.
There's a giant raccoon in the kitchen. He's got teeth bigger than my head, and I saved the last piece of lasagna. Help me. Okay. Hello.
Very funny, Scotty.
No, I'm serious. Save us.
All right, but you better be telling the truth.
I am Mike.
At least he's not trying to wear his skin or anything.
Would you watch Disney movies with me? I'd watch Disney movies with me.
Then when Mike returns and kicks Scotty out of his chair, Scotty tries to stop him, saying that
The lasagna's falling. The lasagna's falling.
Very funny, Scotty, but I'm not falling for that one again.
No!
Scotty, it's time for you to go now. Scotty! There's the door.
I like to imagine that after the episode ended, Mike had some goons beat up Scotty in a dark alley for disrespecting him on his show.
It's not called Scotty's Super Short Show. It's called Mike's Super Short Show. For a reason. And don't you forget it.
Hold me.
But other than that, there aren't a lot of other notable side characters. They do bring on these two kids during their Cars episode, saying that they're their two friends, Andy and Jess, but they're just played by two random actors, with the guy who played Andy's most noteworthy role being Stoner Brett on Glee. Didn't think I'd mention Glee at all, did ya? Like, who are these kids? My mind immediately goes to Disney must be trying to introduce these two characters at the tail end of the show's run so that they can take over hosting duties from Mike and Sally. But then we never see them ever again.
Andy, you listen to me. You will never be Mike. You hear me?
But on the bright side, at least you aren't Leo Little. Mike and Sally also bring over friends from school in the Princess Diaries 2 episode and the Cadet Kelly plus Even Stevens episode, where they throw parties in Mike's room.
Wait, what? We're watching the Cadet Kelly movie first.
No, the Even Stevens movie.
No, Cadet Kelly.
Even Stevens movie.
Cadet Kelly.
This is better than wrestling.
But these friends, they're all just extras. They have no lines in the episodes. But it's good to know that Mike and Sally have friends, and also that they go to school.
Telling all the kids at the school that I had a crush on Craig from homeroom. Naughty.
But speaking of Mike's room, this made me start to wonder if we ever get to see Sally's room at all during the show. And the answer is no. For all we know, Sally just lives in Mike's closet. But we do see a few of the other rooms in the house in other episodes. First, we get to see the garage in the Haunted Mansion episode, which is honestly kind of funny to me because I distinctly remember when I started watching these episodes for this video, my mind was like, I know that one of these episodes they were in a garage, I think. So where is it? Where's the garage episode? And lo and behold, they do an episode in their kitchen during the Kronk's New Groove episode where they compete to make the best PB&J sandwich that is then judged by Scooter. However, Scooter doesn't eat either of the sandwiches. He just decides that Sally's the winner because of nepotism. We see their living room when they are given a sneak peek of Mulan 2 to show their viewers, and we also learn that Mike is quite the glutton.
Dude, did you eat all this popcorn?
No.
And finally, we see their backyard in the National Treasure episode, which is fucking huge. I mean, this thing's got a brick fence, a little gazebo, a tire swing, and a big-ass garden shed.
Hey everybody, we're here on a scavenger hunt in the backyard.
Excuse the mess.
What the... That's weird. Why did they feel the need to point out the mess? I mean, why didn't they just clean up before they started filming?
Says, hard work should always be treasured.
Yeah.
Garbage bags and rakes are behind you.
Okay.
Wait, backyards don't clean themselves?
What?
Mom!
Ah, I see. 'Twas just a mother teaching her kids a lesson. You make a mess of my lawn, I'll make a mess of your TV show. I'll fuck that thing up. I'm the one behind the camera. I can do whatever I want. I could turn it off right now. I could stop filming. I could put the lens cap back on. I could film everything and then delete the footage, buddy. Don't mess with mother, or else you are going back in the womb. I brought you into this world. Oh, buddy, I can take you out. Out back, in the backyard, which you should be cleaning up. We can also discern that Mike and Sally probably live around the Los Angeles or Hollywood area because they go to their local zoo, the LA Zoo, in the episode about the wild, and in the Tarzan 2 episode, while they're in the jungle, we can see a sign that is pointing them back towards Hollywood. And how is this all important, you may ask? I don't know. I just had all this information about their house and where they lived from doing all this research for this video that I just felt the need to share it all with you, because where else was I going to share it? In my next video, I'm going to make a short about it. I could, but here, you get the information now because you watched the video. However, one more quick little fun fact before we move on. Mike's bedroom is on the 2nd floor. Ooh. How did I find out that little tidbit, you may ask?
Okay, so I have one last question. How did you get inside my room?
Yeah, Mike. He used the stairs. Duh.
Groundbreaking stuff here, you guys. So now that we have the characters and the settings out of the way, aka the who and the where of the story, let's talk about the what. What are they doing in each episode? Well, they're making the show. But in the context of Mike's Super Short Show, the show that we watch on Disney Channel, what exactly is Mike's Super Short Show? Do you follow what I'm saying? Because even I'm having trouble following it, and I'm the one who wrote it. Like, take for example iCarly. We're watching a show called iCarly, but within that show, they are making a show called iCarly, where in the world of the show, iCarly is a very popular web series. So in this context, we're watching the show Mike's Super Short Show, so how is the show perceived by the world within that show? Is it a popular show? I mean, it's just a show that they make in Mike's bedroom, sure, but they are able to get like big celebrities on this show. They are invited to major red carpet events, and they even had Miss Piggy on as a guest host.
Thanks, Miss Piggy, for helping us out.
First, I think we have to do something about the name of the show. What do you think of changing it to Miss Piggy's Gorgeous, Glamorous Get-Together of Glamour?
Yeah.
So, exactly how popular is Mike's Super Short Show? Well, in the canon of the show, Mike's Super Short Show is a full-fledged talk show that airs on Disney Channel.
Thank you. Anything from my favorite talk show host.
I watch all the time, so do my brothers and sisters.
Hey, Mike, you looking nice. Nice hair.
Hey, Aiken.
However, again, it's just their mom behind the camera running the show, so is she the one who's able to book all these celebrities to come on their show? Or do they have a person at Disney working as a contact for them? I more lean towards the latter, because in episodes when they are given sneak peeks to show their audience, Mike and Sally say specifically that these clips were sent to them by Disney.
Here's the deal. Disney sent us an exclusive first look at the new DVD release of Mulan 2. See, every now and again, Disney sends us a sneak peek of their latest DVD release, don't they, Mike?
They do.
They do.
So now it's got me wondering if Mike even created this show and brought it to Disney as his show, or if Disney created this show and found Mike and Sally to be the hosts of it. Oh God, my brain hurts. This is too much. Now, obviously, in real life, I know that somebody made this show and then casted Mike and Allison to play Mike and Sally. It's just kind of funny to think about how in the lore of this show, big company Disney just has full faith in this show that two tweens and their mom make from their house in the suburbs. So much faith, in fact, that Disney is more than willing to send Mike and Sally never before seen clips and have the stars of their TV shows and movies go over to their house. Oh, an independent talk show wants an interview with Mulan voice actor Ming-Na Wen? Of course. What's that? Oh, it's shot inside an actual suburban house, specifically in a young boy's bedroom, and he's the host of the show as well as his wisecracking younger sister, and his bedroom is not clean in the slightest, and the logo for the show is something that the young boy drew himself, and they only have a one-person crew, and the one person is their mother? Yeah, sounds legit. What's the address? But what's also funny is that Mike and Sally are able to bring in crowds when they do an episode on location. Like when they take the show to Epcot for the Aladdin and Finding Nemo episodes, there is an audience there that is more there to see Mike and Sally do the show than to find out about what movies they are advertising. They also garner small crowds when they are in Hawaii and during the show's send-off on Really Short Report. They even have enough of an audience that they ask people to go online to vote for stuff for Mike and Sally to do on an episode.
So we asked you guys to go to supershortshow.com to vote on which costume I'd wear on the show. And you chose pumpkin. Why pumpkin? I thought you liked me. What did I do to you? Good choice. Come on, pumpkin boy.
So this small, independent, homemade talk show that is made by a mom, her two kids, and their dog is being seen by kids all over the world, and even by celebrities themselves.
My daughter and I love you. My daughter and I watch you all the time.
However, I think there's a bigger reason why they're making this show. Because I think Mike, while he does love movies and is a good talk show host, is using this show to kickstart an acting career for himself.
I'm just a kid trying to make it on TV. What do you want from me?
We see that Mike likes to act as he steals the show in his local school play, and he also expresses interest in being an extra on the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Or a stand-in for Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh, shut it.
Mike's the jar of dirt. And Mike even announces near the end of the show's run that he was cast in a movie.
And I think I've been cast as an extra in a new ninja movie.
Was the gong really necessary, you guys? I mean, come on. But hey, congratulations, Mike. I'm glad to see that your acting career is starting to take off. But if we start to take Mike wanting to be an actor as true, then what else in Mike's super short show is real? Because when we ask ourselves that question, that's when things really start to get interesting. Because if we ask ourselves that question, then we could start off with something minor like, oh, I don't know, Sally is a princess. Yeah. Move out the way, Meghan Markle. We got ourselves the new American princess. This little important piece of information was revealed in the Princess Diaries 2 episode, where Sally tells Mike about this new development when he asks Sally and her friends to get out of his room.
Well, Mike, Mom and I did a little research, and it turns out that I am a princess, descended from a long line of royalty. So, since your room is a part of my kingdom, I decided to take over for the night.
Everybody's up in arms that Meg and Kita aren't classified as Disney princesses, but what about our girl Sally? But Mike slowly puts 2 and 2 together and realizes that makes him a prince with equal authority over his room as Sally does.
Oh, wait a minute. If you're royalty, then that makes me royalty too.
Now, Sally after this does say that she was just kidding, but I think that's more to cover her tracks so that Mike doesn't kick her and her friends out of his room and make them go to her room that, as far as we know, still doesn't exist. Plus, Sally being a princess is not just a throwaway piece of information for that one episode, because it's brought up again when Sally loses to Mike in the quiz show hosted by their neighbor Mitzi.
Sally, get the room!
So since Mike and Sally are prince and princess, that must mean that their dad and mom are a king and queen, right? But we know that their mom is behind the camera, not off doing some royal duties. So maybe this is a Princess Diary situation, where their dad is royalty and their mom is not. So she took them back to the United States to give them a normal childhood. And that's why the dad isn't seen all that much, because he's off ruling a country. Plus, if we go back to the Bambi 2 episode, the one where they do the slideshow about their dad, they compare their dad to Bambi's dad, who they say is the prince of the forest.
Our dad rules.
Rules, you say? As in, rules his own kingdom? Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Well, this theory is airtight. Sally from Mike's Super Short Show is a long-forgotten Disney princess and should be hailed as such from now on. Put it in the lore book. Thank you, everybody. I've done my job. But that's not all. This next piece of lore will change how you look at Mike's Super Short Show forever. Because what else is real in Mike's Super Short Show? Why, none other than magic, spells, portals, wishes, you name it, we got them. What, did you think you were watching one of those grounded talk shows like Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Neutron? No, magic is real. Deal with it. To start off, a genie shows up in their episodes about the Aladdin DVD to grant them 3 wishes, which actually come true. Sally and Mike's first wish was for them to be teleported to Epcot in Orlando to do the show there. The genie also grants Sally her wish of having her own successful show called Totally Sally, and their final wish was for them to teleport again to the red carpet premiere of the DVD to interview the stars on the red carpet. Next, in the Mary Poppins episode, they transport through a portal in a chalk drawing in Mike's room to the red carpet event for the 40th anniversary of the movie. I'm starting to think magic is only real in this universe because their mom was too cheap to buy them airplane tickets to these events. It's funny because at first in this Mary Poppins episode, Mike is unable to go through the portal, only Sally can, so she asks Julie Andrews herself how to get through a magic chalk portal. And it works for Mike, and he's able to show up, so So, confirmed, Julie Andrews is also a witch in this universe. There's even a magic portal in Mike's closet that they go through in the Chronicles of Narnia episode. And you may be wondering what's on the other side. Why, if it isn't a makeup studio with Academy Award-winning special effect makeup artists Howard Berger and Tammy Lane. Obviously. Why are Howard and Tammy not phased in the slightest that their makeup studio is magically linked to a young boy's closet? What, is it that since they worked on Chronicles of Narnia, they're just like, it happens.
My closet rocks.
And then guess what else is magical? That's right, their neighbor Mitzi.
Oh! Hello! I'm your fairy god neighbor.
Fairy god neighbor?
Yeah, just go with it.
And she magically teleports Sally all the way to New York City in a horse-drawn carriage. Mike was already there because he got to go for winning the quiz show that Mitzi hosted that we talked about earlier. Look, I'm so sorry that I withholded this information from you all until now, but it was for your own sake, okay? I can't show you all my cards right up the gate, okay? There's gotta be tension and lead up. I've got a plan for this video. I've got a plan. Because, I mean, who would have guessed that this lady was sporting a wand and powers this whole time?
I can't contain myself.
But hold on just a moment, because if you thought that was a crazy reveal, well, just wait for this one, because none other than Sally has magic powers. Oh, and not only that, but she has a long-lost twin sister who also has magic powers. They're Twitches. Okay, awesome.
So, there's something important I need to tell you. Something that may be hard for you to understand. Something that may be a surprise.
Please get on with it.
All right, you have a twin sister. Please say hello to Sally's better half, Allie.
This is too weird. I know. I know.
We've known all along. You just weren't ready.
Mike, you knew? And you didn't want anything to do with your long-lost sister? You heartless monster. What, did you think that Allie would want to be a co-host of the show and couldn't bear giving up any more of your screen time to her? You make me sick.
My whole life I feel like there's been something missing and now I feel like I'm complete. I know, it's like it's my birthday and your birthday, but I'm so happy and sad because I would have been so much happier if I wasn't stuck with Mike and I was...
Anyways.
But then, we see Sally and Allie start using magic together, and they cause Mike to involuntarily sound like various animals.
This Be Twitched Edition DVD comes with special features like...
Okay, now that was weird.
I meant to say...
He even continues to make animal noises at the end of the episode.
And now you know, because it's Mike's Super Short Show.
So, does that mean that they never fixed that? You know, speaking of which, there are a few other noteworthy moments in the show that don't resolve themselves before the end of an episode that, if we take them to still be unresolved, would greatly affect the lore of the show. Like in the episode they shot in Hawaii for Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch, we see that Mike is also suffering from a glitch.
Lilo has to maintain Stitch's goodness level, but there's one problem. Stitch has a stitch.
I think you mean Stitch has a glitch?
Lilo has to figure out the itch.
Wow.
Glitch!
Sorry, glitch!
And they don't even try to stop Mike from glitching at all before the episode is over. Sally just brushes it off, even though she says herself that he's glitching.
Please excuse Micah. I think he's got a glitch.
No, you're the one with the glitch.
Yeah, you definitely got a glitch.
What do you mean, Sally? Do something about it. Stitch's glitch practically killed him in his movie. Mike might just be knocking things over and pretending to be Elvis now, but he might just glitch himself into an early grave. Coincidentally, just like Elvis. And then, continuing with the trend that Stitch-related episodes are very important to the lore of the show, just like how Stitch is important to my lore myself. In the episode about Leroy and Stitch, we see Mike and Sally compete in a science fair.
It's the first annual Mike Super Short Science Fair!
Wait, you never told me about this, Mom. This isn't fair.
Sure it is. It's a science fair.
Mike's entry is, of course, a baking soda volcano, as most entries in science fairs in any kids' media is. While Sally's entry is a damn cloning machine that she just conjures out of thin air within seconds, might I add, probably using her magical powers.
Ow! What are you doing?
Well, for my experiment, I will be cloning you. Okay, some hair and a cloning chainsaw. And bam!
Ta-da! Whoa, who is that?
It's your clone. He's just like you, except a lot smarter.
You must be quite the ladies' man. You're right, he is smart.
Yep, that's right. Sally successfully cloned Mike. And as far as we know, Clone Mike is still alive and kicking at the end of the episode. So now I guess there's just 2 Mikes running around in this universe. Or is there? Because, hold on, magic, Mike, wait, no, Mike, magic, animals, glitching, clones, twins, Sally, Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama. It's all starting to make sense. No, wait, I think I might have cracked this thing wide open. Now, stay with me here. Okay, so since we know that Sally can conduct magic, maybe one of her spells accidentally made Mike glitch out. And part of this spell/glitch is him making animal noises. So maybe Mike starts to see himself as an animal. That's why when he looked at his reflection in the Shaggy Dog episode, he sees himself as a dog. So, seeing the glitch start to progress and get worse, to cover her tracks, Sally makes a clone of Mike. And when the original Mike succumbs to the glitch and dies, pretty much like Stitch did in his movie. I'm sorry I'm spoiling Lilo and Stitch 2 for you, by the way. It's not that good of a movie, so you aren't missing much. But yeah, Stitch does die, but then he comes back to life at the end of the movie. It's a whole thing. Anyway, then with Mike out of the picture, Clone Mike is able to take his place for the rest of the show. And since Clone Mike is seen to be more obedient, Sally takes this as an opportunity to slowly start to take over as host of the show. Oh yeah, it's Sally's super short show now, buddy.
So we decided to split up the duties.
Yeah, that's right, and I have the fun show where the fun doesn't stop and we pop it like it's hot. You know what? This worked out really well. I think you should let me host more often.
What? Security?
I'm kidding. I mean, it's your show.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's my show.
Oh my god, it was all right there happening in front of our very eyes. We were just too preoccupied with wanting the Disney movies they were talking about to see what was going on. Oh, you're saying that Sally committed a crime? Pfft, I don't know what you're talking about, man. All I know is that I really want to watch Cars right now. Ka-chow. Oh my god. Mike's super short show isn't about a family-owned and operated talk show. It's about a jealous sister who waited for the perfect moment to take her brother out so she can take over the empire that he built. It's about a princess who would do anything to be next in line for the crown. With all this evidence, I feel like I know too much. Like, someone from Disney is going to come and find me for revealing the truth. So I kinda need to make this video to get the truth out to all of you. And now, you know. Because that was the lore of Mike's super short show. Alec's really long video about Mike's super short show is now available to be liked on YouTube. So, do you remember Mike's super short show? Are any of the episodes weirdly ingrained into your brain? Did any of the episodes successfully make you go out and buy one of the Disney movies? Let me know in a comment down below. I love to hear those types of stories. You know, peeling back the curtain a little bit, I actually got the idea to make this video while reading Allison Stoner's memoir, Semi-Well Adjusted Despite Literally Everything. Really good read. I highly recommend it if you are interested in any kind of the background details tales, or like kind of the not so glamorous side of Hollywood that came around back in the 90s. Allison does a great job talking about their experience as a child actor and also about the not so fun aspects of being a child actor. Allison does talk about their time on Mike's Super Short Show a little bit, but the bulk of the book is more talking about like their relationship with their mother at the time, and also goes into like kind of like how religion played a part in their upbringing. There's a lot in this book. I highly recommend if you're at least interested in it at all. Go check it out, buy it wherever you can, or go check it out at your local library. That's what I did. So go support Allison and read their book. I highly recommend it. It's the least you can do. They were in so many of our childhood TV shows and movies. But while you should also support Allison, you could also support me by going down below and hitting the like button and subscribing to my channel. Alec's really long videos needs the support. I need this video to make some money because it costed $40 to make this one t-shirt. And if you want to follow me on even more social media platforms, you can do so by following me at Alec Combs, ALECCOMES. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Blue Sky. And hey, if you want even more of me, you can listen to my podcast, Screenplay of the Improvised Movie, where two of my friends and I, we improvise a movie every single episode. And here's a quick clip from our latest episode to give you a taste.
Jefferson and Stacy are sitting at a romantic candle lit trash dinner.
A waiter walks up to them.
Hello, mademoiselle, monsieur. What can I do for you?
Yeah, we'll have 2 trashes, please.
You know what? I need a trash on the rocks, please.
A trash on the rocks. A very good order from the madame. Sir,
take all 3.
How do you want your trash cooked? Medium well? Rare?
Yeah, I think I'll take it, I don't know, clean.
What?
Clean?
I want it clean.
I guess, okay, sir. Clean trash for the sir.
You see what I mean? We're eating garbage. It's not good for us.
But it's all I've eaten all my life. And look at me, I'm fine. She's so beautiful, but half her hair is missing because she keeps ripping it out.
Her psoriasis has gotten worse.
But that's going to be it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will leave you with this clip from Mike's Super Short Show that I wasn't able to get to in this video, but it just might lead to the biggest mystery of the entire show. Bye-bye.
Okay, how cool is this? Mickey and all of his Toon Buds from like every great Disney movie are trapped in a snowstorm and have to camp out in the House of Mouse. And you know what you get when you mix tunes with tunes? Big time holiday fun. Here's Sally with the scoop on the great tunes. Take it away, Sally.
Thanks, Mike. Hey, Lindsay.
Who the fuck is Lindsay?